Welcome to Sai Tech Info channel, my dear students. In today's session, we'll be discussing about independent events under the topic probability for class 12 mathematics students. When we talk about event that is occurring, let us consider two events, E and F. So these two events may be dependent events or independent events or mutually exclusive events. E and F are the events. In the first case, the dependent events, for instance, E and F, the probability of simultaneous occurrence of EF. I think I already explained about this, and this can also be represented as EF. So the probability of E intersection F, that is the common occurrence, the simultaneous occurrence of E and F, is not equal to probability of E and into probability of F in the case of dependent events. But in the case of independent events, that is independent events, here the probability of simultaneous occurrence of E and F, that is probability of E intersection F, is always equal to probability of E into probability of F. But there is one more case called mutually exclusive event. Now let us distinguish the mutually exclusive events from independent events. The event E is not at all affected by F in terms of probability, and vice versa, means F is not affected by E. That is why they are independent events. Whereas mutually exclusive events, here E and F not affected in terms of events only, not in terms of probability. Whereas independent events, they are not mutually affected, they are not affected in terms of probability, whereas here this is not affected in terms of events. So that makes the difference. Not only that, there are common outcomes in the case of independent events, but mutually exclusive events have no common outcomes. Thirdly, non-zero probabilities cannot be mutually exclusive or conversely. That is, mutually exclusive events are not zero probabilities. They don't have zero probabilities. Whereas here, non-zero probabilities cannot be independent. Okay. Now our focus is more on independent events. So let me explain about this. Let us consider the the two events E and F. E and F. These are the two independent events. It means the E is not affected by, the probability of E is not affected by F, and the probability of F is not affected by E. That we have clearly understood. So it means, that is, if the probability, the conditional probability of E such that F has already occurred is equal to P of E, right? And similarly, the conditional probability of F such that E has already occurred is equal to P of F. Okay, right. Now, the probability of E such that F has already occurred is equal to P of E that we have declared. Now, how we have defined the independent probability P of E intersection F is equal to P of E into P of F. So, probability of E intersection F, that is probability of commonly occurring events, is equal to probability of E into probability of F. Do you agree with me? Therefore, the probability of E intersection F. Now you can bring this P of F this side. That is equal to probability of E. Are you able to follow? So similarly here, the probability of E intersection F is equal to the probability of E into the probability of F. Now, I am retaining probability of F here, that is equal to probability of E intersection F divided by probability of E. So, the two events are independent. The E and F are independent. Right? When, that is, the condition is the probability of E intersection F is equal to the probability of E into probability of F. E intersection F already we know they are simultaneous occurrences. Okay, right. Now let us discuss about some important properties of such independent events. If E and F are independent events, E and F complement are also independent. Secondly, if E and F are independent events, then E dash and F dash are also independent. And third property is, that is, if E and F are independent events, then probability of E or probability of F is equal to 1 minus P of E dash. What is that? P of E dash into P of F dash. Okay, so you can represent this as here you can remove this. Okay, E dash, probability of E dash and into probability of F dash, right? Okay, now let us discuss some problems based on these independent events. take down. A card is drawn. A card is drawn from a well shuffled packs of 52 cards. If event E is that the card drawn is a spade, and event F is that the card drawn is an ace, show that they are independent. Show that they are, that is, these two events are independent. So we have to show that they are independent. Okay, please note down this sum. Right. Now, the events E and R are independent. So we need to confirm this. Okay. That is, event E and F, they are independent. If they are independent, now let us see what is the number of space elements. 52, and the probability of E, that is, E is the spade, E is the spade, F is the ace. So what is the probability of E? Because number of E is equal to, the spades will be 13 cards. So probability of E means probability of, that is, number of E divided by number of S. So that is equal to 13 divided by 52. And similarly, the number of A's will be again 4, that not 13. A's will be only 4 of different symbols, is it not? So this is 4. Therefore, probability of F is equal to number of F divided by number of S. That is 4 out of 52. Right? Now you can see the probability of event E is 13 out of 52, and probability of F is equal to 4 out of 52, because they are independent. That is, it can be proved as E, probability of E, okay, intersection F is equal to probability of E into probability of F. Is it not? Probability of F. Okay. Because we know the probability of, that is, the number of E intersection F, the number of E intersection F will be only one ace with that, that is a spade mark, is it not? So in that case, probability of E intersection F is equal to 1 divided by 52, is it not? 1 divided by 52. And that is why now probability of E intersection F is 1 by 52. When we take this, that is, we can check this. what is the probability of V intersection F? 1 by 52. What is the probability of E here? 13 divided by 52 into what is the probability of F here? 4 by 52. So 13 into 4, 52 divided by what? 52 into 52. So you can cancel, therefore 1 by 52. Hence the proof. So we have proved that they are independent events. Are you able to understand this? Okay.